Hey guys, this is AZNGAR here with my review of the Master Grade Wing Gundam version Ka. This is not the one coming out later this month, not the EW one. This is the one that came out back in 2004. Now the difference is, as far as I can tell, that the EW one comes with a connection to put it on the action base, which this doesn't. So if you're on the edge of buying this kit, I suggest you go out and wait for the EW version, just because you can connect it on a stand. If you don't care for stands, then you can just go ahead and buy this. This is from the Wing Gundam series. It is the Hajime Katoki redesign of the Wing Gundam, and it is now being used in a manga called Wing Gundam Endless Waltz, Glory of the Defeated, and that basically is retelling the anime but using the Katoki redesigns. And I've read it so far, and the way it's basically the same thing, and I'm enjoying it because I've always enjoyed Gundam Wing, and as long as they don't mess with the story, it doesn't matter to me. But the way the kits work, or the way the Gundams look, it's different, but it still feels like, you know, Gundam Wing. It still looks nice. So yeah. As far as colors go, it is a lead Gundam. I guess they're all lead Gundams because, well, it's one of the 5 lead Gundams. And so it has the colors, blue, white, red, and the orange yellow, which Katoki Gundams have a lot of, instead of the regular yellow. And the inner frame is interesting because it is actually a brown, like a grayed out brown. So yeah, and you get like a darker blue piece for this part of the inner frame, and mostly for the weapons. So yeah, a lot of colors. I love the way the colors look in this kit. The placement of them on the wings make it look absolutely phenomenal. You do get stickers, as with every Gundam kit. You get it for the eyes. The top camera, the bottom camera, is of course molded in the V-fin, and the center here that goes inside, and pieces that go inside, the clear pieces on the forearms. Clear pieces. You get eyes, forehead, camera, and the forearm pieces, which I don't put on because there's no way you can take them off. I don't put on yet because I can't paint them, because there's no way I can take them off. There you go. It does come with rubber pieces. The V-fin is a rubber V-fin, which is good, but they put these parts on rubber, hence that's why the color looks a little bit different. I don't know, because I think it sort of prevents this from coming down. You can see like a little gap, the plastic there, from when they're supposed to be flushing. I don't know, maybe it's just mine. Who knows? It is a wing kit. It's not back heavy at all, really. I can connect that right. Okay, yeah. Not back heavy at all. It can basically stand. As you can see, this is not touching the ground, and it's standing up pretty well. And if you do want it to be a little bit more secure, you can have the wings touch the ground so it won't fall at all. But it is a 16-meter Gundam, so do some size comparisons with the 18-meter standard sized 1/100 Master Grade Arc 78-2, and you can see that it spread the feet the same distance. It is taller than the Wing Gundam. Another size comparison would be another 16-meter Gundam is the Death Scythe, and their feet apart. Death Scythe does come off as a little bit taller. just a little bit. No, actually, right here they look pretty much the same height, and I don't know. Yeah, it comes off to be a little bit taller. Not by much. But that's an old kit, that's like this new kit. What can you say? And just to have fun, here's a size comparison with the Master Grade Shinanju. Yeah. It does come with a lot of decals, which people like or not like. Being a version Kotoki kit, it comes with a lot of decals, and I love decals, and I will apply them on once I get this thing painted, whenever I get paid. Now, on to articulation, I guess. Alright, now I did mod this kit to give it some articulation, and if you haven't seen my work in progress, I'll show you what I did. But being a 2004 kit, the inner frame, there's not a lot of, there's no inner frame for the shoulders, there's no inner frame for the forearm at all. But the articulation is actually pretty well, considering it's smaller than most regular Master Grade. So let's start. The head can go up and down about that far. It can do the whole chicken maneuver. It can turn 360 if you, or can it not? Alright, yeah, it can. It can turn 360. And I was afraid these would get in the way, but they don't. The shoulder armor moves independent. The arm can go forward and not back as much, but it does rotate at the elbow. Not at the elbow, below the shoulder. It can go out about that far. Rotate 180. You just have to make sure you don't hit the backpack. And it can bend at the elbow. 2 points to make almost a 180. These claws move for the transformation. The hands are on a ball joint, and these are not on a ball joint, these are actually on a hinge. And one thing I realized that these hands have little grooves in them, so they're pretty stiff, but they still don't hold weapons in very well. One thing I should note, that this is the kit that the Wing Zero Custom Master Grade is based off of, so they basically have the same general body, just different accessories. So I'll put a link to that review. The side skirt, the skirts can go up about pretty far. Same the side skirts, however, not so much. They do move forward and back. Back skirts are connected and they move back about that far. Oh, waist. Waist is on a ball joint, one at the top here, one at the bottom, so it can do all sorts of things. It can bend up at the bottom, but when you bend it down, it bends up at the top ball joint, and then it can bend down here too. So you can get a pretty good bending over pose. The legs can go out about that far, bend, or back about this far, to the side about that far. It's on a ball joint, so it's not like on a peg system, hinge system. So you can bend at 2 points at the legs, like at 180. Like I said, very articulated for a 2004 kit being so small. The ankles are on a double ball joint, one at the top and the bottom, so it can go wherever you want. Can't really rotate all that well because the skirt armor prevents it, but the toes do go down, and that's about it. The foot does go down, that's about it. Skirt armor moves independently, only up and down, but that's about it. The wings the wings are a solid piece, and if you see my work in progress videos of this, then you'll know what I modded. But the wings are a solid piece. I'll show you that later. It can go up pretty far, and you can see it has little rivets in this joint right here. So yeah, makes that sound when you turn it. Also, it makes it stiff, so it just doesn't go everywhere. The backpack can go up and down like so. Now, what I did to this kit is I modded it. So the wings, if you don't mod it, are a single piece. Like this is it. That movement I just showed you, the articulation in the backpack, is all you get for movement. Nothing else in the wings move. However, I did mod it. I cut off this part, and I cut that off and did some internal cutting too. But and I split this in half and cut a bit of the blue part off to allow it to move. Now, this is what you get basically for the wings, and you know, it's a pretty good wingspan. Like, if you think about it, that's pretty good. But with this mod, you can open it up like so, and yeah, I might actually have to move it back further. Let me move this up. So yeah, you get a pretty good, you get a wider wingspan. I mean, let's look. This is regular, and this is with it out, and this one kind of droops down. But you know, you can stiffen that up with glue. I'm gonna wait till I paint it to do that. So yeah, I don't know why they didn't do it, make him move in the first place, because this looks freaking amazing. I don't know about these two pieces here. I think it could have just been looked just as good if they were attached. Yeah, that looks just as good as if they were like this. But yeah, it makes a pretty good wingspan for when you lift it up too. So yeah, that's it for the articulation. One thing you sacrifice when you mod it are, you know, cosmetics, because this leaves a gap there when this would be a flush piece, like blue and then yellow, but now there's a gap. And yeah, that's it for articulation, I believe.